Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, let's talk about a story that's been buzzing in the NFL circles, something that could really shake up the landscape of the AFC North and, more specifically, give the Cleveland Browns a serious boost heading into the 2025 season. We're talking about the possibility of the Browns making a bold move, adding a proven veteran safety to their already impressive defense. And I'm talking about none other than Justin Simmons, a player who's been one of the most consistent and impactful safeties in the league over the past several seasons. This isn't just a rumor, it's a potential game changer for Cleveland's defense, and I want to break down exactly why this move could be so significant. Justin Simmons, as many of you know, has built quite the reputation in the NFL. He's a two-time Pro Bowler, and his ability to create turnovers has set him apart throughout his career. Since stepping into a full-time starting role back in 2017 with the Denver Broncos, Simmons has been a constant threat in the secondary. He's known for his ball-hawking skills, his intelligence on the field, and his leadership qualities, traits that are invaluable when it comes to defending against top-tier offenses in this league. Now, imagine what adding a player with that kind of pedigree could do for a Browns secondary that in 2024 showed flashes of brilliance, but also moments of inconsistency, especially in deep coverage. The Browns already have a solid defense, one that's been built around the relentless pressure from Myles Garrett and a formidable front seven led by Jim Schwartz's aggressive schemes. But what's missing sometimes is that veteran presence in the back end, someone who can read plays before they develop, communicate effectively across the secondary, and elevate the entire unit. That's exactly what Simmons offers. His ability to diagnose plays early, to jump routes, and to force turnovers has been instrumental in Denver and could be the missing piece for Cleveland. Pairing him with a player like Grant Delpit, or even using him as a versatile piece across different coverage schemes, would give the Browns a dynamic safety rotation capable of matching up with any offense in the league. Let's talk a little about his impact in terms of statistics and on-field performance. Since becoming a full-time starter, Simmons has consistently ranked among the league's top safeties in interceptions and pass breakups. His knack for creating turnovers is a game-changer, especially in close games or playoff atmospheres. For Cleveland, which is aiming to re-establish itself as a playoff contender and push deeper into the postseason, having a player like Simmons could make all the difference. His experience in high-pressure situations, his leadership, and his durability, because he's been one of the most reliable players in the league, are exactly what the Browns need to add to their already talented roster. Now I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let us continue with the big reveal. Because, folks, this isn't just about adding a name to the roster. It's about strategic improvements that elevate the entire defense. Simmons's leadership as a team captain in Denver is well known. He's respected for his professionalism, his intelligence, and his ability to elevate those around him. That's exactly the kind of influence Cleveland's secondary needs, especially with some of the younger players like Martin Emerson Jr. and Greg Newsome II looking to develop into even more complete players. And let's not forget, the Browns have invested heavily in their front seven, which creates so many opportunities for turnovers. Adding Simmons to that mix would be like putting the finishing touch on a masterpiece. His versatility is another huge plus. He's not just a deep safety. He can play single high, cover tight ends, drop into the box as a run supporter, whatever the situation demands. Jim Schwartz's aggressive, playmaking philosophy aligns perfectly with Simmons's skill set. The combination of pressure from Garrett and the ability of Simmons to read plays and make quick decisions could turn the Browns' secondary into one of the most feared units in the NFL. And then there's durability. Simmons has been incredibly reliable over the years, missing minimal time despite the physical demands of his position. That's huge for a team that's dealt with injury setbacks in the past. If Cleveland moves to sign him, they're not just adding talent, they're adding stability and consistency, a foundation upon which they can build for a deep playoff run. Because, let's be honest, in the NFL, the teams that succeed are the ones with experienced players who can perform under pressure, communicate well, and make game-changing plays when it counts most. Looking ahead, this move could also influence the draft strategy. With Simmons in the fold, Cleveland might focus on drafting versatile defensive backs or even a linebacker with the upcoming picks, knowing that they already have a veteran leader anchoring the back end. It could free up draft capital to target other positional needs, making the roster even more balanced and competitive. And considering the AFC North, where teams like Cincinnati and Baltimore are always tough opponents, having a reliable safety like Simmons could be the difference in those tight, high-stakes matchups. Now, I want to touch on what this means for Cleveland's ambitions. The Browns have been building steadily over the last few seasons, and the last thing they want is to take a step back. They've already got a talented roster, a strong culture under Kevin Stefanski, and a clear vision of competing at the highest level. Adding a veteran like Justin Simmons would send a message that Cleveland is serious about winning now, about maximizing their window, and about finally establishing themselves as a true force in the AFC. Of course, nothing is guaranteed until it happens, but the signs point toward a possible move. The Browns are always looking for ways to strengthen their roster, and with Simmons's contract situation and the team's needs aligning, this could be the perfect storm. It's a move that could help Cleveland not only compete but dominate in the division, especially if they can leverage Simmons's leadership and playmaking ability in big moments. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential signing? Do you think Justin Simmons is the missing piece for Cleveland's defense? Would you be excited to see him in that orange and brown jersey? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and I can't wait to see what Cleveland does next. Keep your eyes on this team because big things are coming, and as always, we're here to keep you informed and engaged every step of the way. Thanks for watching, and let's go Browns!